Have you ever dreamed of getting up close with wild animals? Well, sometimes those dreams don't go as planned. Some moments with animals feel like pure magic. Calm, beautiful, and unforgettable. But others can turn into complete disasters in just a few seconds.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
From peaceful safaris to shocking face-offs, these real-life encounters remind us that nature can be both amazing and terrifying.
Oh my God, yung bicho, cabrón!
No.
Oh!
Here are 20 animal encounters that went horribly wrong.
Oh my God.
Number 20. Lion opens car door. Lions are known for being smart hunters, but who knew they were learning new tricks too? In South Africa's Kruger National Park, one curious lioness did something straight out of a horror movie. She walked up to a parked car, stared at the handle, and opened the door.
I know. There's this locked door.
Yes, you heard that right. The lion literally opened the door. Now, imagine you're sitting there, enjoying the safari, thinking you're safe behind glass and steel. Then you hear a click. That's not your seatbelt, my friend. That's the lion letting itself in. But how does this big cat even know what to do? Is there a secret lion school somewhere teaching human tricks 101? Maybe a master Shifu out there giving lessons on how to get into cars and snack on tourists. In truth, lions in safari parks watch humans all the time. They see what we do, how we open things, and some of them start copying it. So next time you're out on safari, make sure those doors are locked. Because these lions aren't just kings of the jungle, they're fast learners too. 19. Mother saves children from snake. It was just another normal day for one Australian mom, until she opened her front door and came face to face with a deadly snake. A security camera captured the terrifying moment when a highly venomous eastern brown snake slithered right across the family's doorstep. Her twin daughters were just about to step outside when the snake suddenly turned toward them. Without thinking twice, the mother reacted like a superhero. In one quick move, she grabbed both girls and yanked them out of danger before the snake could strike. Eastern brown snakes are among the most dangerous in the world. A single bite can be fatal. But thanks to her lightning-fast reflexes, the children escaped unharmed. Talk about a mom with nerves of steel. 18. Elephants chase tourists. What starts as a peaceful safari can turn scary in seconds. A group of German tourists were driving through South Africa's Kruger National Park, thrilled to see a herd of elephants crossing the road. Cameras out, windows down. It was the perfect wildlife moment. But then, two massive bull elephants broke away from the group. At first, they looked like they were about to fight each other. The tourists stayed still, hoping to watch from a safe distance. Big mistake. One of the bulls suddenly turned, locked eyes with their car, and charged. Within moments, the 5-ton giant was right beside them, jabbing its tusks straight through the rear window. The glass shattered, and chaos erupted inside the car. Luckily, no one was hurt. Just a few terrified tourists and one badly dented rental. But honestly, how do you even explain that to the insurance company? Yeah, an elephant attacked our car. 17. When a monitor lizard gets the wrong idea. Feeding time turned into chaos for one animal lover when his hungry monitor lizard decided to skip the chicken and aim for something else. As he held out a drumstick, the giant lizard suddenly lunged forward, wrapping its claws around his leg and giving him the shock of his life. The poor guy jumped back, realizing a second too late that his scaly friend had gone for the wrong target.
Oh my God, yung bicho, cabrón!
No.
Oh!
No, boy.
His little boy watched in disbelief as Dad tried to keep calm while prying the reptile off. Fortunately, he escaped with only a small bite and a bruised ego. He then held up his hand to the camera to prove the bite was real, showing a small cut and a bit of blood. Luckily, he's fine. But let's just say he learned a valuable lesson that day. When feeding reptiles, make sure they know which meat is on the menu. 16. Giraffe lifts little boy. A family day at the zoo turned into a wild ride, literally. This young boy was happily feeding a giraffe some leaves through the fence when things took a surprising turn. Instead of just grabbing the snack, the giraffe decided to take everything, including the boy. The kid held on tight to the branch, and before anyone knew it, he was lifted clean off the ground, swinging in midair like a human piñata. His parents jumped into action right away, grabbing his legs and pulling him back down to safety. Thankfully, the boy was perfectly fine, just a little shocked and probably with a new story to tell his friends. The giraffe, on the other hand, looked totally unbothered, still munching away on the leaves like nothing happened. Moral of the story? When feeding a giraffe, remember, let go of the snack before you become part of it. And if you thought that was intense, wait until you see what happens in the next one. 15. A sea lion pulls girl into the water. What started as a peaceful day by the dock quickly turned into chaos when a curious seal decided to make an unexpected move. A little girl was sitting near the edge watching a seal swim close to her. Everything looked fine until the seal jumped up, grabbed her dress, and pulled her straight into the water. People screamed, but one man didn't waste a second. He jumped right in after her, pulling the girl to safety in a heroic rescue that could have ended much worse. Moral of the story, no matter how cute a wild animal looks, it's best to keep a little distance. You never know what it might do next. 14. When the orangutan refuses to let go. Imagine being held tight and not being let go. Well, this man here has something to say about that. It all started when he got a little too close to an orangutan's cage. At first, everything looked fine, until the orangutan suddenly reached out and grabbed his shirt. The man started shouting for help, and someone ran over to pull him away. But guess what? The orangutan wasn't done yet. It grabbed his leg next and held on even tighter. After a short struggle, they finally managed to free him. Luckily, he wasn't hurt, just a bit shaken and probably rethinking all his life choices. 13. Bull lifts an SUV. Have you ever wondered how strong a bull really is? Well, take a look at this one, because this guy's strength is no joke. In this clip, a furious bull charges straight toward an SUV with people inside, and in seconds, it actually lifts the car off the ground. The folks inside were probably rethinking all their life choices at that moment. It's not every day you see a bull treating a car like a toy. Seems like someone must have seriously ticked him off that day. And if you thought the bull had anger issues, wait till this monkey's reaction. 12. When the monkey fights back. Next up, we've got a lesson in why you should never mess with a monkey. This lady thought it'd be fun to tease one through the fence. Maybe take a selfie, maybe just show off a bit. But the monkey had other plans. In one quick move, it reached out, grabbed her by the hair, and refused to let go. You can almost hear the monkey thinking, "That's enough, come here," as it tugged and pulled like it wanted to teach her a little respect. Her friends rushed to help, but that grip was no joke. The monkey wasn't letting go easily. Thankfully, she eventually broke free, but probably with a brand new hairstyle and a big lesson learned. When a monkey says stop, you stop. 11. When a calm deer loses its patience. At first, everything seemed calm. Just a couple of guys filming a segment about deer behavior. The deer looked relaxed, almost friendly, But then, things changed. Play this out of nowhere. The deer charged straight at one of the men. Well, maybe he must have said something it didn't like. Before anyone could react, the deer's antlers were locked in, and the man was suddenly wrestling for control. Luckily, another man jumped in to help, and together they managed to hold the deer down safely. 10. Man versus Panda. Next up, we've got one of the world's most adorable animals, reminding us it's still a bear. This man was just sitting calmly by the panda enclosure, maybe trying to get a closer look or snap a quick picture. But the panda had other ideas. It slowly walked up, reached through the bars, and before anyone knew it, grabbed him. The man tried to pull back, but the panda wasn't letting go. It held on tight, like it had just found its new favorite toy. Even when help arrived, the panda's mission wasn't over. It finally released him. But not before proudly holding onto his shirt like a victory prize. You can almost see the panda's face saying, "Mission accomplished." Luckily, the man wasn't hurt, just missing one shirt and probably his sense of calm around pandas forever. 9. Man fights kangaroo to save his dog. Now this next one looks like something straight out of an action movie. A man spotted his dog caught in the grip of a kangaroo. Without wasting a second, he ran straight toward it to save his buddy. The kangaroo had the dog locked tight and wasn't planning to let go. The man tried to scare it off, but when that didn't work, he threw a quick punch. And surprisingly, the kangaroo stood its ground, ready to square up like it wanted a boxing match. Luckily, the dog got away safely and the kangaroo eventually backed off. It's safe to say this man just earned serious respect from his dog. And maybe from the kangaroo too. 8. Cheetah jumps into safari car. Imagine you're on a peaceful safari enjoying the view. And suddenly, a cheetah decides to join your tour group. Literally. While exploring the Serengeti in Tanzania, a group of tourists stopped for lunch near a few cheetahs. Everything was calm at first, until one of the big cats jumped onto the hood of their vehicle. The guide calmly explained that this was normal, just the cheetah trying to get a better view of its surroundings. But what happened next? Totally not normal. Another cheetah leapt straight through the window and into the back seat of the car. One of the tourists, frozen in shock, somehow managed to stay calm while the wild cat sniffed around, probably wondering why its new friends looked so terrified. 7. The Great White Shark Attack. Cage diving might sound like a safe way to see sharks up close, but when the shark is a great white, that safety can feel more like wishful thinking. This clip comes from Gansby, South Africa, often called the Great White Shark Capital of the world. For most people, that would be a sign to stay far away from the water, but for thrill seekers, it's an invitation to climb into a metal cage and see what happens next. And what happens next? A massive great white decides to test just how strong that cage really is. It rams the bars, thrashes around, and for a moment it's hard to tell who's inside the cage and who's outside. These sharks are pure muscle and precision, built for speed, power, and hunting. With around 300 razor-sharp teeth, even a curious nibble can be deadly. Scientists like to say great whites don't mean to attack humans. They're just taking a taste test. But let's be honest, that's not exactly comforting when you're the one on the menu. Maybe it's better to admire sharks from the boat and not from a lunchbox-shaped cage. 6. Giraffe gets too close for comfort. After facing one of the ocean's deadliest predators, you'd think we'd stay out of trouble on land. But nope, even a giraffe can turn your day into chaos. While driving through a safari park, one visitor rolled down her window just as a giraffe leaned in, probably hoping for a snack. Everything was fine until she tried to close the window, with the giraffe's head still inside. In an instant, the glass shattered, startling everyone, including the poor giraffe. Luckily, no one was hurt, but that's one way to learn why keep your windows up is rule number 1 on a safari. Let's just say the giraffe left with a story to tell, and she left with a bill for a new window. 5. Boar versus man, the motherly showdown. From tall giraffes to furious pigs, we're definitely not learning any lessons today. This next clip shows a man casually walking up to pick up a piglet. But the moment he does, the mother boar switches into full protective mode. She charges at him like she just heard, "Bacon's on the menu!" He drops the piglet and sprints for his life. But not before realizing what every farmer already knows. You don't mess with a mom and her baby. If that boar could talk, she'd be yelling, "Leave my baby alone, you punk!" 4. When feeding time turns fierce. And if you thought the boar was protective, wait until you see this. This clip shows a zookeeper at what looks like a normal feeding time, until it isn't. He steps in to break up a food fight between two hippos. But the second he does, one of them decides it's had enough of the interference. The man trips and scrambles to get away as the hippo charges right after him. Mouth wide open like it's saying, "Mind your business, old man." Luckily, he gets out unharmed. Just a little reminder that when hippos are eating, it's best to let them finish in peace. 3. Diver versus octopus. And now we dive deep, literally. This clip shows a diver filming a giant octopus. Everything seems peaceful at first. But after a few flashes and camera clicks, the octopus suddenly decides it's had enough of the attention. Without warning, it lunges forward and wraps its tentacles around the diver, trying to snatch the camera like it's saying, "All right, that's it. You've done too much." The diver struggles for a moment before managing to pull free, while the octopus hangs on just long enough to make its point. Looks like someone wasn't in the mood for a photo shoot. 2. Man versus alligator. Only in Florida. A man spotted an alligator chilling in his driveway, and instead of calling animal control like a normal person, he decided to handle it himself. Armed with nothing but a large trash can and a lot of misplaced confidence, this guy walked right up to the gator as people filmed in disbelief. The plan? To trap the angry reptile inside the bin. Against all odds, and after a few tense moments, he somehow managed to do it. He tilted the trash can forward, the gator slid right in, and he quickly shut the lid like it was just another day taking out the trash. He then calmly wheeled it away and released the gator safely back into the wild. Lucky for him, it ended well. But seriously, don't try this at home. Next time, just call the professionals. Number 1. When the gentle giant snaps. And for our last clip, things get intense. This happened in Artham Village, India. An angry elephant wandered close to a bus and without hesitation smashed the windshield with its trunk. People scattered immediately, and honestly that was the smartest move. We all know elephants are usually calm and gentle, but when one loses its patience, you don't want to be anywhere nearby. This giant wasn't in the mood for sightseeing. It was making a statement. Nature has its calm side and it has its chaos, and we just saw both. Every one of these moments is a reminder. We're just guests in their world. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and always respect the wild. Which of these encounters amused you the most? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.